WKMS Murray States public radio station recently earned a Sigma Delta Chi Award of Excellence in national competition. The WKMS production, Western Kentucky, A Birthplace of Steel, was acknowledged as Best Radio Feature Reporting in 2015. Producer Todd Hatton joins us now to tell us about the documentary that received this honor. Todd, congratulations to you and the team that worked on this.
Thank you very much.
Now, how did you come up with this story idea?
Well, it was actually a chance encounter between our former station manager, Kate Lochte, and Dr. Bomanai Loganathan here at Murray State University Bookstore. And he told her about something he was working on, about getting American Chemical Society recognition for the invention of a process of refining iron into steel. And he got her excited about it, then she came and talked to Chad Lampe and myself about it, and then we talked to Dr. Loganathan and we got excited about it, and the research started there. And
so you talked a little bit about it, but who all worked on this project?
Myself, the news director at the time, now station manager Chad Lampe, and Allison Crawford, one of our, at the time she was a student reporter, now she is one of our part-time reporters.
Out of this story idea, did you get anything else other than just the award?
Well, in terms of awareness of a part of history, I think that has gone very much underreported and underdocumented. That was probably one of the biggest single things that we got out of this. I mean, you drive through the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area and you see these massive old furnaces and you wonder what they were for. Well, now we have I think that anyone who listens to this documentary is going to have a greater appreciation of what these things were for and the impact that they had on the larger world.
And why is it important for people to know about that?
Well, the process that was developed here really kind of paved the way for the American industrial boom that you saw in the years running up to the Civil War and then immediately afterward. And at the end of the day, this process made things like tanks and cannons and skyscrapers possible. So when you have Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landing on the moon on steel legs for their lunar lander, it's largely due to this process that was developed right here.
Was there anything in your research that kind of stood out to you while you were researching this story?
Well, there was one story when a business partner of William Kelly, who is the gentleman who developed this process, a business partner of his went to England to research something about the Bessemer process, which is the same thing, essentially. And according to the Orthodox history, it was developed in parallel, in tandem. While he's there, he buys a picture of Sir Henry Bessemer, and he comes back and visits Mr. Kelly and his wife. And in the process of the discussion, shows him this picture of Sir Henry Bessemer, and Kelly leaps off of his chair and says, "My God, this man worked for me at my foundry in Edible," and kind of dovetails into the story of how Bessemer may have come here and stolen the idea and then taken it back to the United Kingdom. There are some inconvenient pieces of information we found that makes that story a little bit less probable, chiefly that Bessemer got seasick in bathtubs. I mean, and at the time, the only way to get from England to America was on the North Atlantic.
That's interesting. So I know that WKMS has received a couple of awards in the last few years. So what comes next? How do you keep achieving and keep growing?
Well, we keep doing that by not even thinking about it. I mean, at the end of the day, we produce these documentaries as kind of a two-pronged public service and education component. We do this primarily so that people have a greater appreciation for this region that we all call home. And I think it's important for people to see that and hear that specifically because it gives them, I think, a greater sense of investment.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us today, and congratulations again on the award.
Thank you very much.
If you would like to hear the documentary yourself, go to WKMS.org.